If a woman isn't thinking about you right now, it's not because you're dull. It's not because you lack looks. And it's definitely not because you didn't give enough effort. Most of the time, the truth is the opposite. Men are taught that attraction comes from trying harder. More messages, more attention, more availability. But attraction doesn't grow under pressure. It grows from emotional impression. And in this video, I'm going to explain how to create that impression without chasing, without pleading, and without sacrificing your self-respect. This isn't manipulation. This is about understanding how attraction actually functions inside the human mind. By the end of this video, you'll know why she feels neutral toward you right now, why increasing effort is pushing her away, and how to go from being forgettable to being the man she thinks about when you're nowhere around. Let's begin with a truth most men avoid. Imagine this scenario. You send her a message. She responds hours later. You suggest meeting. She's always occupied. When you talk, it feels polite, comfortable, predictable, no tension, no mystery, no spark. So you respond by doing more. You check in frequently. You give more compliments. You stay constantly available. And somehow, things decline. Here's the uncomfortable reality. When you invest heavily in someone who hasn't earned you, you condition their mind to see you as non-essential, not unattractive, not bad, just optional. From her perspective, your attention is guaranteed. It requires no effort from her, and anything that costs nothing gets treated like background noise. Now combine this with modern dating. She's flooded with attention, messages, likes, validation everywhere. Her brain is overstimulated, and when the mind is overwhelmed, it filters. Sadly, the men who are always present, always available, always trying are the first ones filtered out. She isn't rejecting you. She's emotionally desensitized to you. Now let's talk about why trying harder destroys attraction. Here's what most people don't understand. Attraction doesn't respond to logic. It responds to contrast. The human brain notices change, absence, disruption. When you're always there, there's no contrast, no emotional spike, no reason for her mind to linger on you. That's why trying to prove your value backfires. Every extra message quietly communicates one thing. I'm more invested than you are, and imbalance erodes desire. So if giving more attention makes her care less, what actually makes her start missing you? This is where the shift happens. First change, remove yourself from her emotional foreground. This is the hardest step for most men. You step out of her daily awareness. No drama, no anger, no announcements. You don't explain. You simply reduce availability. That means fewer texts. No reacting to every post. No lingering in her digital space. In today's world, vanishing online speaks louder than disappearing physically. Your name stops appearing. Your presence fades. And here's why this works. The human brain hates broken patterns. When something familiar suddenly stops, the mind asks one question: why? That question opens the door to curiosity. But this only works if you avoid a critical mistake. Most men pull back externally but remain stagnant internally. They stop texting her but start watching her. They withdraw but don't advance. That creates insecurity, not attraction. Your absence must be filled with purpose. This is the phase where you rebuild yourself, your body, your routine, your social circle, your skills, your confidence, not to impress her, but to reclaim your identity. And here's the key part. Your life should be visible, not explained. When she notices you thriving without her, two thoughts naturally arise. First, he's actually okay. Second, something changed. That second thought is curiosity. And curiosity is where attraction begins. Now let's go deeper. Certain things tie people to our memory. Shared jokes, moments, music, words, experiences. You don't need to remind her. Life does it for you. A song plays, a situation echoes a memory. Your image returns automatically. Even more powerful is this realization. She doesn't miss your attention. She misses how she felt around you. How conversations felt different. How you challenged her perspective. How your presence added something rare. That's what most men never provide. Now comes timing. This is where patience separates men from boys. You don't return after 2 days. You don't rush to respond to a casual, "Hey." You wait long enough for your absence to be felt. That could take weeks. When you do reappear, you don't explain. You don't apologize. You don't justify. You show up grounded, calm, centered, unshaken. The message you send isn't spoken. It's emotional. And that emotional shift is what transforms indifference into intrigue. Finally, understand the bigger picture. This isn't really about her. This process creates a man who values himself, has standards, and isn't dependent on validation. Whether she returns or not, you've already leveled up. And here's the paradox of attraction. The moment you stop needing someone to choose you, you become someone worth choosing. I know this isn't easy. When you care, your instinct is to give more. But attraction isn't built through force. It's built through self-respect and emotional presence. If this message resonated with you, comment the word focus below. And if you're committed to becoming a man people don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Because we don't chase attention here. We become the kind of presence that's felt even in silence.